Good day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds and Things coming to you from the Northeast. And it's a wintry day here. Hasn't started snowing yet, but it's forecasted, so we'll see. I'm glad I'm inside. Although I did have plans of going out today, but since I didn't sleep real well last night, because I'm addicted. I'll admit it. I know people have their addictions, but I'm addicted to Dunkin' Donuts, frozen coffee, and I haven't been around last few days because I worked. What's today? Today is Monday, January 6th. So I worked Friday and Saturday. So on those days, I'm too beat to make any videos. And yesterday, Sunday, I spent the whole day with my daughter and helped her. She's making a dress. Her and my granddaughter are making a spring dress. So I helped with that a little bit. They cut it out and I helped pin it and stuff like that. But anyway, on to my point was that I'm addicted to frozen coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. And so when I came home, it was 7:30. I stopped and got one. And I asked for 3 shots of coffee, which I know I shouldn't have, but I drank it, and so I was up tossing and turning and laying in bed watching videos and stuff like that till probably, I think I probably fell asleep about 2:30 or something like that, which is fine because I'm retired and I don't have to work for the next 2 weeks. Joann's is, I'm not on the schedule, let me put it like that anyway, because it's after the holiday and I've never worked in retail before, so I did not even think about the downtime and not needing staff after the holidays because, you know, people aren't as crazy as they are before the holidays. So anyway, it'll be a nice reprieve, although my pocketbook doesn't like it, but that's the way it goes. So I thought I'd come on and do a whip and chat, although I'm not doing it much right now because I'm jibber-jabbering here. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, despite whatever bad weather you're having, and hopefully somebody's having some nice weather someplace. I just lost my train of thought. So, for a second there. So if you're new, I thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it because it helps to grow my channel. And that way, you know, it'll encourage me to come back and do some more. And if you're, excuse me, if you're returning, I really appreciate, where are my words? Anyway, I'm glad you came back to listen to me, to my mindless jibber jabber here and check in with me. I try to check in with many people. I know I have over 250 YouTube channels that I have for my favorites, but you know, you can't watch them all. So I try to catch people that, you know, I just try to catch a lot of interesting people because I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot from YouTube over the years, the last few years anyway, since I've been retired. But even when I'm at work at Joann's and people come up and ask me how to do stuff, and I'm a very novice sewer. So people come up and ask me questions and it's like, sorry, I don't know that. And I refer them to YouTube because you can learn anything on here. It's a world of wonder, actually, and I appreciate that. I can't even remember, I was going to say I can't even remember what we used to do before YouTube, but it was called going to the library or asking a friend or taking classes in person, which is fun, which I've been considering taking in-person sewing classes. But anyway, so what I'm working on today is my Bird Rider from Richard Lorenz. And as you can see, I've started it. And I am going to, if I can get there, got my camera positioned differently, so I have to reorient myself every time I do whip and chat. But I'm going to work on X today for right now to start. I've got a couple other colors sitting out here waiting. Because there is, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to have to move the camera up because I just hit my pen. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here for you. There we go. I have to readjust my camera again. All right, but I can't, I'm not used to sitting down making videos, so it's a little bit different for me. Although I've done a few of these, but not a whole bunch. So, what is new in your worlds? This still isn't going to work. Hold on. Got to readjust again. I'm as close as I can be without hitting my light. So, let's see if I can do this even. So, I'm using my Diamond Art Club pen with the new tip. And I actually, I like to, let me see if I can. All right, I'm going to multi-place here with my 4-placer on the other end that has wax in it. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, my goodness. So, I hope you're all doing well. I know I've said that. That's probably the 3rd time I've said that. But, since my life is so exciting, I'd rather hear about yours, but obviously you can't tell me that, so just bear with me while I get my mind working here. I had some thoughts in my head of what I was going to talk about, and they just slipped away. But I hope you can see me okay. I know a lot of people like it closer than farther away. So I'm trying my best here. I'm going to have to move this a little, though. Stupid wiggly light here. So let's see. What was I going to talk about? I just wanted to mention, I had all these plans for today. Although I did do something constructive. I was looking at I have like an alcove, well, actually it's a closet in my room here. This is my 2nd bedroom, and it's my craft room. And I have a closet, and I've got, I don't know if you know what IKEA is, but they're a Swedish company. And they have all sorts of, I won't say cheap, because, I mean, nothing's cheap these days. Such as, I'm going to digress here, such as I went to, you'd think I'd learn my lesson after last night, but I went to Dunkin' Donuts. And I got a coffee. And they stinking raised their prices. I can't believe it. It's like, you know, the minimum wage goes up. And it went up to whole $16, which is unbelievable to me because I'm going to date myself, but I can remember when I was young and I was 19 years old. I was working at a department store that had a grill in it, little restaurant. I don't know if, you know, there's not a lot of younger people that watch me anyway, but they had a grill in it, and I was offered a job as manager, making a whole $1.90 an hour, and I thought, wow, that was a lot of money then. But like I said, that was umpteen zillion years ago. So now the minimum wage just raised to, just increased to $16 an hour. But, you know, it doesn't do people any good, you know, if that's their only income and everything else goes up at the same time. It's stupid. It's just like, I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyway, God. That's one thing I'm concerned about is my memory seems to be getting worse, but maybe it's all the sugar I'm drinking. But I try to exercise. I was listening to Granny and the lazy retired Granny, and she was talking about exercising. And I was I got on my treadmill yesterday. I have a, this stupid thing there's too much putty on here sometimes, and I have to dirty it up here. I'm rubbing it on my finger. I don't know if you can even see that. There it is. Rubbing it on my finger, and sometimes I'll put it on the canvas to get it dirty. And then the drills won't stick so wickedly. Oh my God. Oh. So anyway, what the hell was I saying? That's pretty bad. I'm concerned about my memory. So I know there was a woman at work. I'm all over the place today. This is bad. There's a woman at work that I work with that we were talking about cholesterol medicine. And when I was nursing, I know that some of the side effects were muscle weakness. That was the big side effect with taking cholesterol medicine. And now they're finding out in the last several years, I think, that if you take cholesterol medicine, one of the long range effects, I'm moving obviously, can be dementia or Alzheimer's. And it's like, I just started taking some a month and a half ago, I guess. And I just stopped taking it because my memory is bad enough as it is, and I'm concerned about it. So as you can tell, I'm all over the place, and I don't like that. So plus I need to really stop drinking sugar, because sugar is bad for your memory also. And Dunkin' Donuts drink has a lot of sugar in it, although it has less sugar in it than McDonald's Mocha Frap and Starbucks. So I picked the least of the three of them, because I used to drink, I started with Mickey D's, and then I went to Starbucks, and now I'm on Dunkin' Donuts. But I really need to stop that. So plus exercising is good for your brain too, and your muscle. So, oh, speaking of foods and additives and stuff like that, my daughter sent me a clip, or a reel, from Instagram about Chick-fil-A. Now, I really like Chick-fil-A. It's very convenient. When I get out of work, there's one right there. If it's like 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock, I like to stop once in a while and grab some Chick-fil-A. Can you see what I'm doing even? So the information on the reel said that Chick-fil-A gives their chickens, what do I want to call it? Give me a minute here. Like birth control medicines. So I'm not going to eat at Chick-fil-A anymore either, because I don't want that chemical in my body. I've got enough chemicals going in my body because I drink Coke. And, you know, it's so hard to get away from all this crap they put in our foods unless you grow it yourself. So I'm not real thrilled with that. So anyway, let me turn my fan on here. My heat just kicked on, and anyway, so exercising. So I got on my treadmill yesterday, and I've got to go down today and get on it. After I'm done here, I'm going down and doing that. And I also have a trampoline. As I was talking about Granny and her mentioning her exercising. See, I knew I'd come back to it sometime. So, I have a trampoline that my daughter bought me because she just thought I needed a trampoline, because actually jumping on the trampoline is very healthy for you, because it cleans your lymph nodes out. So I can't stay on it for a long time, because a couple of years ago, I only did like 2 minutes yesterday because several years back when I was still living in South Carolina, let's shake this thing and get some, do some multi-placing here. So when I was still living in South Carolina, I was out back weed whacking, and I have in the backyard there was a area that had a slant that accumulated all these leaves, and I was back there weed whacking and because of all the weeds, and I ended up slipping on some dry leaves and doing a 360 and snapped my ankle. So since then they put a rod in it, and I've got a screw that bothers me sometimes. So when I get on the trampoline, it bothers my left ankle because actually one of the screws, where am I? One of the screws is broken, and excuse me, I went to the orthopedist actually to find out if I could get the screw out. But I have a huge deductible, and so it only bothers me if I accidentally twist my ankle or, I jump on the trampoline too long or something like that. You can't see that. Let me pull you over more. I'm going to do that area right there where the X's are. So consequently, between the deductible and, I mean, it doesn't really bother me like it used to. When I first started at Joann's, it bothered me because I was standing on it for so long. But it's gotten used to it, so I'm okay with it still being in my ankle. So until something major happens, I'm not going to have it done so. But my point is, I exercised yesterday, and my goal for the year is trying to spend 30 minutes on my treadmill and a couple minutes on the trampoline on my days that I'm home and I don't have to go to work. Because I figure I don't stand in one position at work. Sometimes I have to walk around the store putting material back and stuff, and that, depending on how fast I walk and how busy it is, obviously. I consider that my exercise for the day, and by the time I get home, I'm too tired to go downstairs and get on that treadmill, so we'll see. That's what I want to do this year. I need to lose weight anyway, and I need to build up muscle mass because that helps with, as we get older, we lose muscle mass, so it's important to build up, to work on your muscle mass because it will help us from falling. So I'm doing that, and I've got some 10-pound weights. Are they 10 pounds? No, they're 5-pound weights that my daughter gave me, so I can work on my muscle building for my arms. So, and I hopefully, although I did just get Taco Bell, but when I go to the store, I never end up buying lunch foods. I always get like eggs and I get stuff for supper, but I don't know, lunch food, it's just an additional amount of money, although I'd probably save money if I didn't, I know I'd save money if I didn't go to fast food places, so anyway, but that's part of my plan for the year. And excuse me, wait, I need a sip of my Dunkin' Donuts frozen coffee. I'm such a contradiction. Anyway, So part of my other goal, because my room here is such a disaster, is I'm going to straighten out my bookcases. I'm getting rid of a bunch of books, as I had mentioned. And I've actually offered to give some books away. If you're interested, I will pay for the media mail. I don't have any problem with that. But that's not, I'm just talking about straightening out my craft room here. And I straightened out some of it. I started on it today. I took my premium diamond paintings, stacked all my Dreamer designs together. I can't get that off. Stacked all my Dreamer designs together and my DACs. And I've got two, I was talking about IKEA. See how I came around there? So anyway, if you know what IKEA is, they have all sorts of furniture and all sorts of stuff. It's a big Swedish store. And there's one about 40 minutes from where I live. So, but these I got in, where'd I get them? I got my shelves. Where'd I get my shelves from? I've had them for such a long time. It must have been South Carolina, but I can't remember. No, actually, when I came up here to visit my daughter, when I was still living in South Carolina and Florida, no, South Carolina, I'd drive up to stay with my daughter, and we'd go to IKEA. So I got I have what are they, little chests of drawers that I got from IKEA. They're white. They're called, the name brand on them is called Billy. And I have quite a few of those. I have probably, how many do I have? 1, 2. I have 4 sets of drawers that I got for my beading. And so I've got all my beading stuff in there. And I've got a lot of beading stuff. And so I've got, I cleared off two of the tops of the cabinets, and I stacked all my premium canvases up there, my Dreamer Designs, my Diamond Art Club, and I have an Oraloa on there, and what else do I have on there? I think that's it. I took care of it, and I counted, and there's a couple on the side actually. I counted 52 premium canvases that I have, and I know that's not a lot to some people, but seeing how I only started diamond painting this past April, that's quite a bit, and that's not even counting my budget friendlies, which are on the other side of the room, which I'm going to go through and sort them out by size. So that'll be something else I do. And I've got to straighten out my bedroom, which has my sewing stuff in. I've got to finish painting this year, as I don't like, not that I don't like to paint, I've got like 3/4 of my bedroom painted, and I just stopped last year. I got tired of it, so, you know, we can't rush into these things, you know. But I've got my sewing table in there, and I've got my daughter's sewing machine, which I'm gonna have to take down to her house so they can sew the dress that they're making. But those are just some of my plans for the new year. And I'm hoping to accomplish all of them because I want to straighten out this room. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. I have a table from like Walmart, a white table, fold-out table. And I've got that actually downstairs in my living room. I have a big puzzle board, and I've got a 1,000-piece puzzle that I was working on. And that kind of slowed down. So it's probably maybe about half done, because my granddaughter doesn't like to work on it with me, neither does my daughter. So it's just me, and I try to work on it, but right now it's under my bed. I brought it up under my bed because we needed the table for Christmas dinner. So that table is sitting downstairs in my living room bare, and I'm going to move that down in the basement because I want to start working on some other projects that are pretty stinky. So I'm gonna take it down cellar, down in my basement, and set it up down there, and I can work on those projects down there that are stinky. And I'm talking resin smell and things like that. And liver of sulfur. I don't know if you even know what that is, but if you do, if you work with jewelry or metals, you'll know what that is. But anyway, yeah, it's a real stinky liquid. So what else is new out in your world? I don't even know how long this is going because I can't see my timer. You know, I'm not one to talk much about myself because I'm just not used to it. But I know some people get on here and they talk and talk and talk and talk. And it's like, you know, obviously they have a busier life than I do. And that's wonderful. I used to have a whole bunch of stuff going on too. But nowadays, you know, my life is just retirement, and, you know, depending on where you live and your income, and, you know, because like my sister's retired, and they're just, of course, they live in, well, they're fortunate, I should say. They have a lot of stuff going on, and she has this, she just ordered this. Now, she's 7 years older than I am. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am exactly, but I'm older. And she just bought this really, really expensive embroidery machine. And my first thought was, are you even going to be alive to finish paying for it? And that's a terrible thought, but, and she's healthy, but it's like, she's older than me, and all I can think of was like, you know, paying it off is like, because it's, like I said, it's really expensive. But I'm glad she can, you know, it's good that she can afford to buy it. So, and that's what she's done for many years. So more power to her. I'm glad for her. Sewing is not my thing. For not like hers anyway. I mean, I like to sew, but it's kind of like the time when I was young and my mother showed me how to knit a mitten, and I got done with one mitten and I said, that's it, I can't do this anymore. But you know, you grow up, and like when you're retired, you try to find things to do when you're retired if you don't already have hobbies. So I tried to prepare for my retirement, not thinking that I'd find a new hobby here that, you know, costs this kind of money. But it's all right. You know, you can't take it with you, and, you know, and my kids are going to have other things to worry about, so they'll get what's left from of the profit of my house, so I'm not worried about that. But it used to be in the older days that parents, you know, were concerned with leaving their kids, you know, money when they died. And I guess I read, it was quite a few years back, I read where the trend at that time anyway was that parents are spending their money now instead of, you know, taking trips and enjoying life, instead of hoarding it so for their kids to have to inherit. But like I said, that was a while ago, and, you know, that's an individual thing anyway. But I'll tell you what, between my sister and brother dying, with my brother not having a will, and that was just a mess because he didn't have a will. And so my sister that I was just talking about had to do a lot of the legwork to find out what he had and, you know, what he left to his daughter, who he hadn't seen in like, I don't know how long. But anyway, and then my sister, she had a will, and even though she left everything to her kids, it still had to go through probate, which I always thought that if you had a will, it didn't have to go through probate. But according to my sister, it just depends on the state. So if you're thinking about such things, there's, you know, I guess there's ways around it, but ways around having to wait for probate. Like on your savings account, on your checking account and savings, you can designate a beneficiary on it, so they will have access to your checking account so they can pay your bills and stuff after you die. You don't have to wait for that to go through probate. I know that, but it's just like it's just taking a long time. Takes a long time, all the red tape to go through the lawyers and the courts and all that jazz. I don't mean to be morbid or anything like that, but I think it's important information. So I'm just sharing. So anyway, I'm rambling. But isn't that what a whipping chat's about for the most part? People just chit chat and pretend they're talking to a live person. So I think that was the hardest part for me at first. I'm hitting the camera, sorry guys. I have to move this around. And I'm using I didn't show you my tray. So I'm using my, that's close. Sorry. Be the Bird. That's for my event tray. This is from Yellow Dog Design. And it is an awesome tray. So, sorry about that. Sorry about the closeness. And I've got my Be the Bird. I'm digressing again. Be the Bird release papers. And it's funny, I really don't even use release papers. And I'm on this, the DAC premium canvas that has the perforated lines that I can just rip and tear apart, but I don't even do that on this. I just have it pulled back with my Be the Bird cover minder. Isn't that cute? I think that's from Crafts with Crashly, I think. Don't hold me to that. Because as I put the paper away, the receipt, I don't know where it is right now. So anyway, there I go, off the subject. Anyway, what else is there to talk about? Oh, I was going to use my multi-placer, but there's not enough drills in here, so let me do that. So what am I going to do the rest of the day? Oh, I'm sitting here looking at a bag of garbage I need to take out for down to the dumpster. And I lay in bed and I think of all these things I want to do or, you know, plan for the day, and then I sit down to diamond paint and it's like they all go to hell. Not all of them, but, you know, it's so easy to just sit here and diamond paint instead of get up and do stuff like I need to do my dishes. Oh yeah, I've got to take care of my wash. You know, normal life adult things that that society thinks we're supposed to do and stuff like that. But yeah, I gave up on caring what society thinks I'm supposed to do a long time ago. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So what do you guys do? Any of you follow you're probably going to think I'm crazy. The UAPs and the drones and stuff like that. I watch several people like Gary Nolan, and I watch a YouTube channel called Vetted, and Ross Coldheart. He's a reporter from Australia that is on News Nation. And this is not political or anything, although it could be if I wanted to, but I don't do that. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, no matter what it's about. But I'm just sharing. But I guess FAA, I don't know if you heard about all the drones over New Jersey and then New York and actually all over the world. But they being the government supposedly, or the FAA, or, you know, the three little agencies aren't saying what they are. Supposedly they don't know, which I don't believe. But I was wondering if you're following all that stuff that's going on. And I was saying the FAA actually made it a law that you can't fly drones at night, but over populated areas, I believe, because actually there was an incident pretty short time ago where an airplane, where was it, in England? UK, I'm not sure. UAP, a drone, ran into an airplane and caused damage. So it's pretty scary what's out there. So I watch YouTube, several YouTubes on that. There's a backyard professor, what's he called? Backyard professor. I know there's another word in there, I can't remember though. But I watch those channels, and there are, diamond painting channels I watch. I just saw Amy Sparkly Diamond has like a 2.5-hour video posted today. I watch Lazy Retired Granny, Diamonds by Tita, so many others, Dragons and Diamonds and Dragons. I'm just naming some because some, it's always nice to have your channel mentioned by people. Crafty Chef Diamond. Who else? Oh my gosh, Rachel Ray. Diamonds and Doxies. I think that's her name. There's so many. And it's amazing who's out there. But, so, here's a different subject. There's, I've been wanting to get my hair cut for quite a while, and right across the street from me is a hair salon. It's called Blown Away Salon. Obviously a local across the street from me. So obviously if you're not in my area, you're not going to be able to, go to it, but that was kind of a dumb statement, wasn't it? Anyway, I've been wanting to get my hair cut forever because it's too long for my age, and it gets here oh my God, in Connecticut, there's so much static with the winter. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if it's like that where you are, but I can't stand the static. So, my point is, I want to get my hair cut, so I'm planning on going across the street, getting my hair cut, and then there's this little shop over there that I haven't gone into yet. It's supposedly, it's a woodworking shop. So I want to go in there and see what kind of neat things they have. Check that out. Maybe I can find something interesting to sell on my Etsy shop. which is called My Retired Craft Life, if you're interested. It has mostly jewelry products in it. It has some cover minders, little ones that I've made myself. Nothing like the big resin ones, but they're there. So I want to check that out. Excuse me for yawning. Not the company. All right, do you see any more X's in that area that I missed? I don't think so. So, what's next? I've got H's out. I could do H's. What else did I get out here? That's that one. Yeah, I wanted to do that one. All right, let me set this aside. Oh, goodness. Oops, it just fell on the floor. That's not good. All right, so when I was at Joann's the other day, when I worked, I love bees. So I picked up this stamp, and I'm going to, it's not colorful at all, but I'm going to put that on my envelopes when I send out a package. Excuse me. So because I love bees, and I'm going to make bees my, I want to say theme, but maybe that's not the right word. But that's what I'm going to use. Excuse me. So let's see. Well, I guess I'll end. I really don't have much more to say. As I said, I'm not big on talking about my life because it's just so exciting. But if you're interested, I'll say this, if you're interested in me sending you any books, no cost to you, I'll send it out media mail. If you want to email me, like I said, if you are interested in any books, I'm very much willing to send a book to you. If you listen to my other, I don't know how far back, several videos back, I mentioned some authors. You can just let me know what you like, and I'll see if I have it, and I'd be willing to send it to you free of charge, because I just want to get rid of my books, and like I said, I just want to, send them out to whoever. I'm still trying to find some place to donate them, as the library in town does not want them, because they just don't have enough room. But, I guess that's about it. One of these days I will show you my craft room. And my plan for the new year, as I mentioned before, is just to, I was looking at a craft site, a diamond painting cross-stitch site today. I want to buy from a new shop once a month, whether it be, just a small shop, or, premium, or a budget-friendly company, and once a month, depending on my income, and I'll show it to you. I've got several unboxings I want to do, and I already bought from Oraloa this year, so that's one down, and I'm starting a, oh my God, just lost the word again. I hate when that happens. A logbook. God. Of my diamond paintings. I want to keep track of what I do this year, see how many I will have completed by the end of the year. And hopefully it goes well, because I don't have room for much more. I'm not going to start putting them under my bed or anything. I can't do that. And I don't have any room in here until I clean it out, but there's no need to buy tons more, because just because I have plenty. Like I said, I have 52, and that's not counting my my budget friendlies. So God willing, and the creeks don't rise, I'll be around to do them, but I want to accomplish many of them this year, but, you know, that'll depend on worldly factors, life factors. So, all right, I guess that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this whip and chat, and please comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, all those wonderful YouTube-y things, because it helps my analytics, and it also helps me to want to come back and do some more videos for you. So I want you to all have a great day and have a better day tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.